everybody. Welcome back. Jimmy K, Emily Chester, and our special guest, Yuri Yanpolski.
Nice to be here.
Of course.
Nice addition by
They heard Yuri, and they just could not help themselves. That's Nacho and Cooper, the guard dogs of Merrick. Yap, 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 and I think we got them quiet now. Well, it's good to be back. We're going to do a February recap, and also the Tokyo Marathon was just this past weekend, so we have two members of the Tokyo Marathon crew here to join us, and we will be getting into all that very soon. So let's just kick off. NMR by the numbers. Speaking of Tokyo Marathon, we had 3 NMR All-Stars that ran the Tokyo Marathon this past weekend, and in doing so, received their 6 Abbott stars, or do you call it Abbott 6 stars? Is that what that's what we call it?
Yeah.
So the total number of NMR people that now have Abbott 6 stars are 4 runners. 2 here. Lori and Murata also ran the Tokyo with them, and Amy Friel last year ran and completed her 6 stars as well. So congratulations to everybody who done that. Okay, total inches of snow from the storm of the century that we just got. In Merrick, 25.4 inches of snow. Holy moly.
I still have snow on my front lawn.
We all have snow still.
Yes.
This is 3 weeks later, and we all still have some, which is incredible. Last time we did a video, we had the aftermath of the late February storm that was about a foot of snow, and we thought that was ridiculous because it was. And then it was 20 degrees as a high temperature for the next 2 weeks. It was ridiculous. But that was just totally eclipsed by this storm, which was absolutely ridiculous. So
too many inches.
We were nervous about getting Tokyo.
Absolutely, yes. That almost impacted them from even getting there. You're exactly right. So with regards to all the snow, the number of races and events that were canceled because of the extreme weather and snow, too many to even put a number to. And lastly, the number of countries NMR racers have run in the past month. 3. Tokyo, races in America, and there was a race in Mexico that will be noted in just a moment. So I will turn it over to
Me.
Jimmy. Yes.
Me. Now we're going to have some February 2026 achievements. Great job for all these people. Special achievement to Kim Sharaff, again, for yet another Disney Run series. How many will she run? She completed the double one at Disneyland. It's a 10K and then a half marathon back to back. It's a lot of miles. I can do a half marathon, but I need to take at least 3 days off. I can do a 10K, but I need to run a 5K after that. Special achievement at the 5K Playa de Carmen race, running away from all the drug dealers in Mexico. Rob Roberts for finishing 5th overall, and Daphne for setting her 5K PR. Awesome job. And a special achievement at the Winter Run Series finale at the Jones Beach 5K. Of course, Emily Chester, 2nd overall female. She was probably interviewed on News 12. And Lisa Rossi, 2nd in her age group, and Amy Friel, 2nd in her age group. Great job, guys.
Fantastic.
And now I'm going to pass it on to Emily.
So we had the Gasparilla Distance Classic over 3 days in Tampa. Drew McLaughlin and Kara McLaughlin did more like miles, day after day. Drew did the challenge of 15K, 5K, half marathon, and 8K. I think some of those were in the same day, even.
I think Drew needs to see a psychologist.
And Kara did the 15K and the 8K.
She needs to see a psychologist too.
Absolutely.
For being married
It
to
sounds
Drew.
really fun. It does
Yes.
sound fun, I have to say, hearing all that.
To steal from Joe DeVico, McLaughlin rules. My goodness.
Really incredible stuff.
Absolutely incredible. So again, huge congratulations to Emily and Yuri and Lori and Murata for running the Tokyo Marathon, which they agree. In Tokyo it was March, but I guess here it was still February, wasn't it?
Still Saturday,
Am I
yeah.
Yeah,
correct
it
with
was
that?
Saturday night. It was a Saturday night race.
So we just get that into the February monthly recap. So amazing. And and once again, the biggest congratulations is for getting your Abbott 6 stars. So I guess if anyone does not know what that means, that we've repeated a couple of times, Yuri or Emily can say to our viewers, what is that? The 6 stars.
Yeah, so basically is 6 marathons, 6 different cities, 3 in US and 3 in other countries, and hiking. So it's New York, Boston, Chicago, Tokyo, Berlin, and London. And if you complete them all, you get a medal like this, and I guess you get recorded somewhere. There's, at this point, I don't know, 10,000 people, 12,000 people in the world who completed it, so...
Only 12, 10 or 12?
Something
That's
like that.
very small.
That's I thought it was a larger amount, but that's a small amount. Considering
It's a big achievement.
Yeah.
it's a big achievement, but in the whole world.
Right,
That's
but now they have
impressive.
7 stars, so technically we haven't completed the series yet, but you know.
And where's the 7th star?
Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah.
So
Sydney, Australia.
actually,
Oh, Drew's
speaking
got
of which,
Drew's already got that.
Drew was the first one to run an Australian
Yep.
race, which ended up being
He
the
needs-
marathon,
He's
and
special with everything else.
someone over here is going to have that 7th
Yeah.
star this summer.
I don't know if we get a new medal yet, though. We don't until
Is
there's
that
right? I
9
don't think
stars.
Is that before or after you become a full-fledged resident in Australia?
Sydney.
That could be a legitimate question, by the
Is that
way.
public information?
Jimmy's already thrown it
That's
out
good,
there.
that's
It's on video.
It's all somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I think we have to wait for Shanghai and Cape Town,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna make a 9-star medal, and then they're gonna have a space marathon
Oh my
for 10 stars.
Wait, what?
A true
Probably.
star marathon.
Probably by then. Star Wars marathon.
Star Wars marathon. Well, you have that now.
We'll
you
have
can,
this.
You
We
can
can-
add to it with the marathon medal that you get in Sydney and make your own 7-star,
Yeah.
right? Those medals should be stars, actually, if they called stars, right? Instead of circles.
That's a good.
I'm just being-
That's a good
I'm
piece
just
of
being
feedback
silly,
you can
yeah.
provide to them. Yeah. It's,
You're in ideas, man.
If you will, yes. So our guest is here, and that's a big important thing because if anyone in Edinburgh knows, Yuri, he likes to even hide from taking group photos in the mornings when we run. So you're on camera now with us, which is awesome. And I'm not sure how you said yes, but when you said yes, we just said, you coming, man? There's no time to think differently. So
I
thanks
feel
for
like I
being
was a
here.
little coerced, but you know, it's fine. It's fine.
But you're here, man. It's awesome. We're glad to have you. And
Glad to
you
be
could
here.
regale us with all the marathon stories that you have. Well, both of you have, as a matter of fact. So this is awesome. Emily, what do we got here?
We have some sake from Total Wines in Long Island. very light luggage. But
Very representative
But
of what
in
you
the
were.
sake section, I noticed they have like these juice boxes. They have like a very wide range of sake. So this is, I'm not sure how to say Junho. The J is H-rated, Junho. And so
We'll go with it. Yeah.
There's not enough
You can
time to learn
say,
Japanese in 3 days.
we
No.
heard a lot of different sayings in Japan, and one of them during the race was ambale, which we think means go runners. So we say ambale.
Shall we ambale
Ambale.
a shot of sake?
Ambale.
Ambale.
As we drip. Yeah. Wonderful.
It tastes like water. It's actually really sweet.
It is sweet,
Really
yes.
does taste like water.
It definitely does. But yes, it's kind of a sweet sake, yeah.
I prefer my sake coming from Super Soakers.
or
Water
one of
Those
those
little pea guys.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was trying to do. From behind a hibachi grill with, around the table.
Oh, the rice and chicken.
I don't know if I would take the
I
chicken.
know, the chicken,
No,
yeah.
not us. No. The
Tim,
rice,
Tim,
yes.
who was with us, ate a lot of interesting food while we were there. Lori's husband
Oh, really?
ate
That doesn't
a
surprise
sushi
me.
that was a live fish that he picked from the tank,
Really?
and then
Oh.
they like floundered it right there, or whatever.
Oh, my.
Tim
Yeah.
usually catches the
He-
fish and
yeah,
bring,
basically
and
that.
they bring
Like, he
it
picked it from the tank.
to
Oh, so
Lenny and
that's not
Shirley.
unusual for him.
That's
yeah.
not unusual.
That's normal.
I'm
yeah.
surprised he
That's
just
unusual.
didn't take it, bite the head right
Oh my
away.
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, right. Someone else had fished it. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Raw chicken.
he ate this raw chicken. I don't know. Yeah.
Holy
So,
thanks.
I was not as adventurous.
I only heard about it actually. I saw the picture thing, but
Yeah.
I didn't actually see him either. So.
Oh my, that's not for me. No, definitely not. So tell us about marathon experience. You get to Tokyo, and your trip was short, both of you. I mean, you kind of you left here. You're lucky that you made it out with the snow and everything, so you got to Tokyo. But you only had what, a day or two before the race? I mean, you weren't there acclimating very much, especially on the other side of the world where it's a day later than here and everything. So how'd you adjust?
Yeah, well, so before we flew out, so it's an interesting story related to all the snow. So first of all, obviously, I was very nervous that our flight is going to be canceled. We were flying out on Wednesday. The same flight was canceled on Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, we got to the airport, everything's on time. And we were on the plane for 3 or 4 hours, I think. And the reason was, the pilot gave us the reason right before we took off, is we were waiting for JFK to clear out the runway. Because apparently the plane was overloaded, I guess with all the canceled people from the 2 days before. And
that sounds reassuring.
They literally said, like, we're too heavy to take off, we don't have enough runway, so they had to wait for JFK to clear out like an extra 1,000 feet of the runway.
Oh my goodness.
So I was sitting there, I was like, that's it. I mean, the pilots are going to time out any moment now, and it's not going to happen. So yes, so it ended up being like a 17-hour flight, well, 17 kind of hour adventure. But we got there. It was Thursday night, and basically that was a pretty quick. On Friday was the expo. Saturday was sightseeing, and then Sunday's the marathon. So that was basically, and then Monday we flew back. So that was very quick.
Quick trip for 17 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
All to run a marathon of 26 miles. You could have done that here, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Then you would
we
have had
had
all
plans.
these.
We said if we don't take off, we're going to run at Cedar Creek to Captree on Sunday morning. Just run there, have someone pick us up at the other end.
Pretended the Jones Beach Water Tower was Tokyo
Yeah,
Tower.
Oh, right on.
Just call it a
Looks
marathon.
just the same.
Yeah, a virtual. Yeah. Luckily,
Can you imagine you
we didn't
had
come
to
that.
Imagine you had to do that.
No.
You would have had to come back from the airport. Oh my god, that'd been horrible. That's a nerve-wracking way to get out of here.
I know, yeah. So it kind of added to the experience, but we're lucky to get there. So Thursday night we got there. It was relatively kind of not a lot of events happening at that point. We got to the hotel, and at that point it was kind of just kind of what we used to with the 6 marathons. The same deal. Go to the expo, pick up your bib.
What was the expo like compared to New York, Chicago, the other one? Because you've been to 5 other marathons in addition to New York. So
I think a lot depends on when you get there.
Yes.
So we got there Friday, like literally first thing. I hear that Saturdays are usually kind of the worst days, right before the marathon. But we got there Friday before they actually opened the doors, so we had to wait a little bit. But it was pretty kind of smooth experience. We were able to get stuff. The line wasn't that long, so
that's good.
we were in and out in like a couple hours. So I don't know what kind of experience you had, but
Yeah, I went straight into a pair of those compression boots that I sat in those for like 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Because I was right off the airplane. I landed Saturday morning.
All right, you had a later flight.
So I was fresh off the airplane, put my stuff in the hotel lobby, and went to the expo and just put those compression pants on and just sat there. And that was really it.
Oh my goodness.
Dave got the bracelet. They give you this little bracelet.
The hospital bracelet.
Yeah. That's, I don't remember this from any other marathon.
Still wearing the race
Ironman
bracelet. That's a race
that.
bracelet or the?
Yeah, the race bracelet
Right.
to get in. To get in. So like
I've
you
had
can
those
get into
bracelets
the crowds.
before from like Disney World.
Yeah, and how long did you wear yours?
I take them off as soon as I'm done with them.
The gross, and you want them off the wrist.
Yeah, I thought the expo was pretty good though. As far as expos go, it was crowded, but
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a treadmill challenge. I think they have it usually everywhere, but I didn't go for it. They don't usually recommend it doing it right before the marathon, but
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
recommend
think
that
it was-
either. I don't think.
it's
Yeah.
like a Kipchoge type of a thing where
Right, you have to
as
run
long as-
Kipchoge's pace.
Right.
Yeah, and whoever I guess stays the longest on that
Uh-huh.
treadmill wins. I don't know what they win
No.
exactly, but
Oh my goodness.
Treadmill.
You win hard for that.
definitely it's a very good job.
You would have broken ankle or pulled hamstring right before the
Then you're on the
marathon.
marathon.
That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a smart move, right? Oh my goodness. Please.
So Sunday morning we wake up. I woke up at like 2 a.m. I was like, I'm awake for the day. I'm just gonna like get ready, shower, and get ready. And we met up at the subway by our hotel with Lori and some of her friends.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, okay, like we have a whole morning ahead of us to like hang out in the corrals and whatever, and just be together. And as soon as we get out of the subway, they're like, you all go separate ways. And so we'll insert a picture here of us being like, bye, we'll see you on the other end.
You all got separated immediately.
Immediately into our corrals.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were in different gates. We were different
Yeah,
corrals,
different color. You
we were
can't even
everyone,
like switch corrals.
They want to make sure nobody's cheating.
Yeah,
That's right.
They're just
Right.
no
With
switching
starting
corrals.
different
No
corrals.
mixing
Yeah.
corrals when you're not
Yeah.
supposed to. I see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we did that, and then
bathroom stores.
bathroom stories.
Oh,
yeah,
this is what we've been
let's
waiting
hear about
for.
the bathroom.
We'll
Bathroom,
insert a video
yes.
in here that is the most organized pre-race porta potty situation I've ever seen. And everyone who's run any race where you go to porta potty beforehand, it's a mess. The lines,
yeah.
who goes where. This has these little, almost like Disney World, like these little things to show you which way to go, and like little arrows to tell you which porta potty to go into.
Oh, nice.
So
Very organized.
People pushing you in and
No.
pulling you out. You're done now. Pull you out.
And I always like to like at that point you just kind of phone away, like just tune into everybody around you. And I hear these women speaking Spanish, and I'm like fully listening to their conversation when they don't know it. And they're talking about the bidets in their hotel because that's like a big unusual thing is that every bathroom has a bidet. And they're like very graphically going into how much they love the bidet. And I'm just like, I can't help myself. I start like laughing. And then they see that I'm listening. And then we start a whole conversation about the bidets.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah. And then we have to like
Look
go
at
use the
you.
porta potties. The porta potties didn't have bidets, but we had such a great
Well,
conversation.
That would have been.
I would hope that.
That would
That would have been awesome.
Why is the water blue?
I think that would have been fantastic if all the porta potties at the race were all bidets.
Bidets
That would be
also.
amazing.
I don't know. And then there's the men's porta potties, the special
Yeah,
like.
which are like open basically, so the lines are short, at least when I got there, but if you're comfortable kind of showing your back and doing number one and like there's a line of people, that's your kind of way to go. So that's all I have to
Open
do.
air, you mean?
It's
I-
open, there's no door.
Oh,
so,
really?
So you basically, it's just
Like
a
a urinal.
but yeah, it's basically, that's
It's a
what it
urinal
is.
with
yeah.
no door.
As
No,
long as you're not
right.
pulling down your pants to your knees, there's a problem.
If you're comfortable
Well,
doing
even
that,
And even if you are, you're comfortable,
exactly.
have at it.
Even if you
I mean,
are.
Yeah.
whatever.
Wow.
It's 50,000 people, and I'm going to see anyone
Yeah, no one's
anyone
like,
ever
yeah.
again, so it's fine. so
But it's very strict. You know, like
That's
you
what
can't
you think until the conference call this week.
So the medals. One more time. Show everyone the medals. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you wore them in the airport, right?
all
All around Tokyo until you left. Well, you weren't there for that long, but
yeah, after we finished the
The
race,
first
I
day,
think,
yeah.
we kind of stayed
Around
away
town.
for a
Yeah.
while.
and
As
who
you should.
wore them to work? Neither
I
did you.
didn't.
Oh my goodness.
It's-
Come on.
No, that's you gotta roll right
Were
into
you
work
able to-
proud with that medal.
Were you able to wear it through the airport?
I
Yes,
didn't. Oh, you
yes.
did? Okay.
Nice.
Well,
I
Nice,
don't know,
Yuri. Excellent.
Yeah, I think I
I
had
took
it
mine
all,
off,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was worried about the security. I was going to lose it there, so
We thought they were gonna take it from you.
Well, no, they wouldn't have taken it from me, but like things get lost, and in Tokyo, like once you're like, there's no humans there, right? So once you're out, you're out. So, yeah, it was just kind of.
Wait, what do you mean? There's no humans there?
So it's like
In the airport, it's
Just
just
a bunch
security.
of
the
robots.
passport, the
Oh,
passport
yeah.
control is all automated.
Oh,
and
really?
It's like, yeah, it's
Oh.
once you're out of that area, I think I don't even know how you would get back in if you left something behind. I don't know. It's,
Wow.
yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, things were strict, like in terms of in the marathon too. We're used to throwing cups and gel wrappers everywhere, and there was a rule like you would get disqualified if they caught you throwing your cup
Mm.
Yeah.
or gel somewhere that it wasn't supposed to go. So
That
even
was-
the cups, they say like cups only, so you can't throw your gel wrapper. I was like very scared to take
It's helpful
gels
if
during
you,
that.
if you gave somebody your garbage.
There was a
Like
lady who
Lauren
had a little
does to
bag.
me during these long runs.
Yeah.
Just the garbage.
There was a lady who had like a bag of garbage every now and then. So
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
did
okay.
you guys get any freebies or any recognition by by the regular city folk.
We're gonna Metro
When
card.
you were wearing the medals around town, like did somebody like give you a free like
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
Free meal and whatever.
free
or,
meal,
you
free
know,
rice? I don't know.
Metro card was
Free sake shots at
Free
wherever.
sake.
Free Metro card, that's from the marathon.
Yeah.
So that's what
You
that's
just,
what
like,
the
walk in.
marathon.
That's included in your
Yeah.
$2,000 entry fee.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yes. Well, when you factor the flight,
Yeah, I
and,
know.
hotel and whatnot, yeah, it could be something of that expense
Yeah.
just to run the race.
I remember like a bunch of people actually wore the medals on the plane on the way back. And
Mhm.
zero attention, zero recognition.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
come
kinda-
on now.
yeah.
After the New York Marathon, this past marathon, I happened to be flying to Orlando the very next morning, that Monday morning, for a work thing. And when I was in the airport at JFK, I did see a few people with their New York City Marathon medals, walking around the airport, going to their gates and whatnot. And I am a runner, so, I'm either, shouting at him or giving him a high five or something like that. So I would recognize him. That's cool. But I would have thought perhaps you would get at least a little something as you're walking around, or
No,
even on the
unfortunately-
airplane.
Unfortunately,
Nobody,
I mean, I guess maybe I could have asked for something, but I don't know. Yeah,
No, you should have
That's not your style.
No,
That's
and you
not
shouldn't
your
have to
style.
ask. They should be coming up to you saying,
Mhm.
"Congratulations, you ran the marathon." And then if they see the
Yeah.
6 stars, they would say, "Well, what is that?" Because most people don't really know what that is unless you are a runner. And then you tell them with pride, "I ran in Berlin and New York and Chicago and Boston and Tokyo and
All
New
these
York."
faraway places from Tokyo.
And then they give you free everything.
Cool. Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be how it works, right?
I mean,
you get
no.
everything for
I
free.
get it.
One would think.
The Metro
I-
card, I like the Metro card because New York used to do that in the past. Like if you had your marathon cape, you could just take the train home afterwards, and now that you can't. So I was like, oh, Metro card.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cheap though, right? The public.
It's
my
not that.
friend
Yeah,
is-
nothing.
is
Everything was
super
very cheap
there.
in
And,
Japan. Yeah.
That's, I guess it's also probably
Cool.
$5.
Yeah.
It's still a nice perk to get anything like that.
It was
From the
cool
official
that
race,
you
I
get a
suppose.
bib on your back besides like your usual front marathon bib. You get a bib that says today's the day you're completing your stars.
Mm.
So during the marathon, you have people behind you saying, "Oh, good job, congrats!"
That's
you
good
know, and then that was
motivation.
kind of
That's
nice
cool,
because you
yeah.
see other people doing it too, and
Mhm.
you're all in it together. So I
that's
thought the back bib was a pretty cool thing,
That is pretty awesome.
especially because the spectators were not as aggressively cheering as
Well, because they
other
were
other
afraid to be
places.
housed and sucked up in the people
Right,
sucker.
so it was just very like polite,
Or
oh,
whatever
love
it
it,
is.
and so a lot of the camaraderie was from like in the race with the runners.
Right. It's not as raucous of a crowd
Yeah,
as
New
other
York,
cities,
yeah.
especially New York. Chicago's pretty raucous too, right?
Yeah, I love Chicago.
Right.
Chicago's a lot in the city.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a lot of out and back in Tokyo, so you do get a moment to see the elite runners coming. your way.
Oh, that's,
so we
that's
saw
cool.
some
yeah.
of like the top 3 men were all within 1 second of each other, which was incredible.
Wow,
like their
that is
times are the
incredible.
same, down to like
Yeah.
split seconds.
Wow.
And then you see them, and then you see like the top Japanese man come behind, a while behind them, and like everyone in the pack went wild
Oh,
for
as
for
they
that,
should, right.
for him, for that guy. It was really cool to. There's not a lot of out and back marathons where you get that
No,
feeling
you're right.
where you see the elites.
That is pretty
I
cool.
like that part.
Wow,
I
that's a
think
cool
yeah,
thing to see.
it's definitely good for like your support crew to that's easy to move around. They can literally see you multiple times just within like a small area. But yeah, it's at the same time when you see people coming back, like you want to be here, especially towards the end
Yeah,
of
well,
the
then you
race. So it's kind of mental. I think it's at least it's
Oh.
tougher for me because it's like like. I still like at mile 20 and I see like this other people going back and you only have 1 kilometer to
Yeah, you
go
do
and
see
it's
that.
like, I don't even see the turnaround yet. So it's just like,
And at the same time, then you see the sweeper buses. And the
Yeah.
sweeper
Please tell us about the
races.
sweeper buses.
So there's a cutoff time, and if you don't make it to these certain checkpoints by certain times, from gun time, from when it starts, you get swept up by this bus, and you do see that because of the out and back.
You get sent to the rice fields.
Where are you going?
Whatever,
Right?
you
Where are they taking you?
I don't know. So it's a little heartbreaking, when you see like someone's not going to make the cutoff or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
They can always
person,
whack.
the person who's sweeping literally has like a sweeper,
sweeper.
kind of a.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they carry like pacer, but this one says sweeper, and the guy's literally just like walking behind these
Yeah.
people and
Get out.
and shoving them into the bath.
That's harsh.
This is
harsh.
this is a Squid Games
It is
type
like
Yeah.
situation
It is.
at the.
Very much.
And there's
Yeah.
no
Back
like,
of the
there's no
pack.
negotiating,
There's-
nothing.
you're
It's like
just-
it's
you don't
You can't
get
plead.
involved.
Yeah, yeah. that's
You're
it.
done.
There's no
They get you
pleading,
and
nothing.
you're out.
Yeah.
Come on, I didn't-
One thing I would also mention, the start is I think Mark, you would probably appreciate it. So I don't know, you probably know who Marty Friedman is,
Mhm.
the guy from Megadeth.
Yeah.
So I played the guitar in high school, and I used to practice like using his licks. I was like, oh, Marty Friedman, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
30 years later, at the start of the Tokyo Marathon, the guy is on the stage, shredding on the
Get
guitar,
out!
sending people off from
Get
the run.
out of here!
And
No
it was,
way.
yeah, I was just like, it was because I was kind of starting,
Holy
like I was around the corner, so I didn't see it right away. I just heard the music, and like as we were getting closer, I was like, oh my god, this is Marty Friedman.
That is so
That's
random
really
too.
cool.
I know. Apparently, he's been in Japan for like first I didn't even know that he was still alive, but like he's alive and well. and
Beloved in
he's
Japan.
yeah,
Cue the
he's-
Marty
he's been in-
Friedman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
really.
been in Japan for like 20 years now. Apparently, and
Oh
that's
my
his
goodness.
gig. That's the
He
send
does the
off
marathon
tour.
send-off?
Marathon, yeah,
That's a great send off.
I know. Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's
that's
pretty cool.
really really cool. Any hockey fans out there? I just learned just the other day that Zdeno Chara. Do you
I remember
him?
He was on the
played,
Islanders.
He played for the Islanders for a long
Let him
time,
go.
and I know he was a big marathon runner, but he just finished his Avid 6 Stars also in the Tokyo race. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I
I
mean,
saw him in
he-
New York actually when I think you ran. I saw
Oh,
him in
really?
New York with like a group of pacers, but yeah, I didn't realize that this was also his last.
Very cool, and he's hard to miss because he is 6'10" or something of that nature.
Very large.
He was one of the tallest to ever play hockey.
Yep.
He looks more as a basketball player, as a matter of fact, than a hockey player because he's so darn tall. But he's in fantastic shape because he's obviously running marathons and he's already retired from hockey. But yeah, I just saw that and I said, "Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah.
wow, weird." It's like I know people who just did that,
Maybe
and
we-
they're not ex-hockey players, but they're cooler because they're sitting with us, drinking sake and beers and White Claws, which is awesome. All right, so Yuri.
Yep.
Too many questions that we ask of people.
Okay.
The first one is probably pretty obvious. So, in the last year, what was your favorite accomplishment, proudest running moment? I think we can all guess what that is, unless you throw us a curveball and tell us something different.
Yeah. No, I mean this is it.
This is it.
The
conversation will be
Unfortunately,
a
yes.
Not a
All right,
it
what's
is.
your second most favorite running?
Oh, you can give us a second. Yes, we're putting you on the spot now.
Oh boy, I don't know. It's the marathons are kind of just those are kind of they're always favorite, right? Every single one of them is different. Everyone is special, obviously, but as far as running accomplishments go, I think running a marathon is a good accomplishment.
What was your favorite marathon out of the six?
Oh, that's a great question.
What's your favorite marathon?
We were talking
I have
about
something
it.
to answer for you.
Yeah, I think there are different ways to rank them, and my absolute out of the six, I mean they're all great, but out of the six, I think I'm leaning towards London. I don't know why, but London
Okay.
is my kind of that's kind of the most memorable from all the ones that I did. I don't know. I love the city, and it was big crowds. I think again, every single one of them was great, but as far as kind of the atmosphere, I felt like London was kind of like my favorite. But if your criteria for a good marathon is how often you see your family, right? I think Tokyo is probably going to be at the top because that's like
Well, your family. You
Well,
saw
yeah.
her 4 times, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
she
wife-
was
That's
really.
really
She
good.
was.
Did she have to move
She
at
was
all or
really
no?
She had to move, but it was very easy. That's, again, because of all,
Not like the city.
Yeah, because of,
She was
because
good.
of all the bags, but also because the mass transit is so efficient there and so
Mm.
quick, and it's so easy to move around. So if that's your criteria, that's going to be Tokyo is probably going to be at the top of the list.
Mhm.
And other marathons have their own.
The other own
things, yeah.
things about it. What
Yeah,
about
what
yourself?
about you?
What is your favorite marathon?
New
you've done?
York, there's
Oh,
no
wait, because you've run it
question.
1,000 times?
Yeah, there's no question. It's just like everybody that talks, it's just the best day of the year. Every single thing about New York is just, it's a parade. It's so special.
I would,
So,
I would go with that.
but it's not the most convenient to get to. It's not the best for spectators. Like there's, like
Yeah, I
convenient
guess some
spectators.
downsides. Yes.
There's so many like hardships in getting to New York and everything, but it still ranks number
And that's your favorite marathon too?
It's the only marathon I've ever done. But it was awesome, hands down. And I still think about it a lot, even though it's a little over a year since I did the one and only marathon that I've run. And it is awesome. Yeah. One day, perhaps, if I travel to some of these other ones, I'll experience other marathons, other places. But yes, of course, New York.
Does it make you
Fantastic.
want to do this?
One day I'll get there. One day. God
Now
willing.
it's
God willing.
now
It's on video.
It's
Yes,
on video.
exactly.
Melinda, do you hear this? One day.
One day, baby.
One day.
Okay, so now that you've gone through your favorite accomplishment, what about your most enjoyable or fun running related event that you did in the past year? And it could be just about anything in
Could be a
general.
costume run.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, no, I have to go back to Boston for that one, and so Amy, Lauren, and myself. You probably know Amy and Lauren. So it was the three of us. We started together in Boston. So that was last April. So we kind of, we ran the whole thing together.
You guys held hands crossing the finish line.
Well,
Almost.
I'm getting there. So, but yes, it's
Ruining his moment.
Oh,
You get there?
I'm so
no,
sorry.
but there's a story leading up to that. But so around mile 20, very typical for amateur runners. Just hit me hard. So it became very difficult for me to kind of to move forward, try it, and again, it's like a typical situation. If you kind of don't fuel properly and whatever, maybe undertrain, but after all the hills, I think it really became difficult for me. So I had a hard time, and Lauren and Amy, they still had plenty of energy, but being the great friends that they are, they actually slowed down and kind of stuck with me for the remainder of the race. And that's when we crossed the finish line, holding hands together, the three of us, finished at the exact same second. I think that was a super special moment. So Lauren and Amy, if you're watching this, love you. It was a great, it was a really good experience. I mean, like finishing Boston Marathon obviously is a great experience no matter
Absolutely.
what, but us doing it together, I felt like it was extra special. So I feel like that's the moment that's gonna live with me.
Yeah, that's solid. That's
I'm
awesome.
sorry, I stepped in your toes. I'd make a terrible radio DJ.
No, that's all right.
A little magical editing, perhaps. We could take that out. I don't know. It's gonna be in the video anyway. Who am I kidding? I'm not editing.
You got somebody to edit this?
I don't know. I got dogs barking, and who knows what's gonna end up in this video at the end of it, right? We shall see. Thanks for coming, Yuri. We are glad to have you,
Oh,
and congratulations again
Yes.
on an incredible accomplishment. Both of you, obviously.
Amazing.
Yep.
Thanks.
We go about Lori. Lori.
Lori.
And Lori
She's
too,
still a
yes.
fan. She's still
Lori-
a fan.
You're gonna get on.
We
We've been there
Don't worry.
before and after.
We haven't mentioned
Yeah.
Lori really, except in passing a few times, but yes, Lori Murata, who also ran the Tokyo Marathon, and her 6 stars. But she is still in Tokyo. She may stay there forever. If you do come back, we'll have you back with us.
Janet has survived without you guys, so I think you'll be fine. Tom has been taking very good care of her.
Wonderful. Jimmy.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it. It's a wrap. Run as you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.